Hello everybody, my name is Lady Gear to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Epic Mickey. In the previous video, we reunited with Oswald in Darklead Castle after the rocket crashed here. We restored or destroyed his throne room, and now we have our goal set for destroying the blot using the fireworks. I'm going to warn you right now, this is a very time-consuming segment of the game. It's going to take 2 videos for us to get through all of this. So, yay, that's exciting. Now, objectively, I could speed this area up, but I just don't want to do that because that'd be very time-consuming, and that'd be very time-consuming editing-wise, and I don't think that makes it for the best walkthrough because I really do think I need to explain some of this stuff rather than just speeding it up and just playing music. So what I want to do is that you need to be on the chandeliers and painting that one. Whenever you see a field on the wall that needs to be painted in, that is where, for the most part, that's where the tentacles from the Stormbot are going to be appearing. So you be careful with that because those are going to be the reasons why you're going to be dying a lot to this area. And I guarantee, at least most of you are going to die for this area. Because this area, even for somebody like me who's played through this game like 5 or 6 times. I don't know how many times I played through this game. I think it's 6 times I played through this game. Even somebody who's been playing through this game pretty much non-stop since the game's released, I still have trouble with that area because, one, the depth perception is very bad in this area. The camera is obnoxiously difficult to deal with in this place. And those tentacles are just so annoying to take care of. So those are going to be the reasons why you're going to be dying in this area. And I also guarantee that if you do die in this place, 90% of the time it's not going to be your fault. It's going to be a problem with the game. So after that small little mini rant about this place, I like what Guest says right there because like I never realized Oswald had so many chandeliers. It's very convenient that he has so many chandeliers because if he didn't, then we would never be able to get to the fireworks towers. Oh no, the tower's crumbling! Whatever are we gonna do? Run, Mickey! Run! Run for your lives! So, these staircases are gonna be crumbling, and they're gonna be blottling tentacles across this area. So this place, it can be very difficult because you have pretty much no control of the camera right now. So you're gonna be very careful with this place. If you can paint the staircase, you definitely want to do that. I don't think you're actually on a time limit with this area. I might be wrong about that. But the staircase would automatically be crumble when you get to a certain point. So it's not like you're like really on a time limit or anything. So you can take your time and figure out what you're going to be doing. Again, I might be wrong about this. So if I am wrong about this, I do apologize for that. I don't remember him being so powerful or scary. All I can really suggest is to just take it slow in this area. If you try rushing through here, you're probably going to die for it. Because either the staircase is going to crumble beneath you and you won't have enough time to react, or the tentacles are going to piss you off the ledge. So the only real advice I can really suggest is for you to just take your time. That's all I can really say about this place. And I also really hate how you can't really tell where the blotticles are going to be because there are no seals that tell you where they're going to be, which really annoys me. Atop the towers are gargoyles that you can rotate. You have to hit them to make them turn. Then you must face inward to power the fireworks. So the gust is going to be saying that you need to activate the gargoyles so that we can activate the fireworks. So if you were sick of activating the gargoyles from the throne room in this place, guess what? We still have to activate gargoyles! Great gameplay choices. Well, it's not actually too terrible. But it just adds a little variety to this place because this isn't a gameplay mechanic we haven't seen too much. Like, the throne room is pretty much like the first example of this place. But so you want to do is you want to use your is that you need to paint, is that you need to use a spin attack to make them face the crystal. It's not a Crystal Chronicle, and this is not the Final Fantasy. Don't know why I made that reference, but anyway, we need to activate the Gargoyles so that we can paint them in and do some stuff and things. The background is so pretty. I really do love the background in this area. It's really cool looking. And we made the crystal super shiny. And I like how the Stormblood's so like, I don't want the shiny. I'm gonna fly away to another part of the castle. So, going over here, we're gonna see pretty much the biggest jerk placement of a piece of extra content of the entire game. It's in this little corner, and if you're like me on my first playthrough of this game, you'll be all like, dee 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 dee, there's a particular screen there, I'm not gonna explore it because I just want to get this area over quickly. There's a piece of extra content in the corner of that room, and it is honestly one of the jerkiest placements for a piece of extra content in the entire game. Because, like I said, if you're anything like me, then you're just going to want to try and get out of this area as quickly as possible. Because I honestly don't really care that much for how you have to activate the gargoyles in this place. There's a book right there if you want to jump across it. You kind of need to progress to this area. Those buckets of water, those are pretty much going to be like the biggest annoyance in this area. Especially this one coming up right here because it's going to be dumping 2 bucketfuls of water, and it's for whatever reason I just really hate that because the second bucketful of water, you go to you dump the first one and you don't really think too much about the second one, but then the second one comes and it messes up your jump, and it can get very irritating. The cinema reel is over there, so you need to stay on the book. Be careful with the bucketfuls of water, because apparently Mickey Mouse doesn't really like water or whatever. Now that we've jumped across these bookcases, we can finally get out of this stupid place. And this is not the worst projective segment we're going to be taking care of in the final part of the game. Believe me, there's one more that, honestly, it's my least favorite in the entire game. This area right here is the biggest jerk placement for a gold pin in this game. We saw the biggest jerk placement for a piece of extra content, but this is the biggest jerk placement for a gold pin. Because on the side of the place where you enter it, again, if you're like me, you're going to want to trying to get out of this area as quickly as possible. You're probably going to miss that gold pin that's off to the side of the entrance. So, we want to be very careful right here. Again, this is another one of those rooms where you need to take your time to get to this place. Because if you don't take your time, then chances are you are going to fail miserably. And that's not the most fun thing in the world. So again, you want to paint in those fields on the walls so that you can block the pathway for the tentacles for a split second, which gives you just enough time to get out of this. Which gives you just enough time to get by them. And every time you get to this area, even after you die, you have to watch this cutscene of Stormblood tearing across the wall and roaring at you. It's a cool shot, but it gets very repetitive after you keep dying in this area. And I have died a couple times, as you probably saw from that sudden jump cut a moment ago. Right, this piece of extra content right there, it's very out in the open, there's no reason not to go get it. Not too terrible, you just need to jump over to it and then quickly double jump. Some people out there who have trouble double jumping for some reason or another may have a little bit of difficult time getting in. We're almost at the end, so let's just get through here as quickly as possible. I think we got this. think we can, I think we can, I think we can. Yeah, we can totally get this. How did I die? Nothing hit me, how did I die? Okay, after a few more minutes of getting up here, and I don't understand, how did I die? Nothing hit me, and I don't, oh, whatever. So yeah, that's something that can happen occasionally. Mickey would like suddenly randomly die right there, and it's one of the most annoying things in this game. And guy needs to brush his teeth because the thinner looks like really bad breath. But whatever. This part right here is the most difficult tower to get through. That being said, it's not real that tricky. The only real problem you could be facing are the sweepers. You can beat them in, but then Stormblood is going to be calling in some more bloodlings to attack you. So what you want to do is you just want to get out of here as quickly as possible. Thinning them out will cause the Stormblood to summon more bloodlings to attack you, but you can use your pain against the sweeper, so the other bloodlings are distracted from you. Using your pain, not your pain, your spin attack, is a great defensive way to get them away from you while you're trying to paint these in. After you paint them all in and activate the crystals, they are going to go away. I think. Yep, they did. Yay! That's an impressive display of explosives. Now we just need one more tower to climb. So you can see in the window right there, there is another piece of extra content. It's located it's hidden pretty much the same way as the other one, but the difference is this one can actually see. And when you go into there, you'll probably be wondering, wait, wouldn't there be an extra content in the other one too? There's one right here, and that is the reason why the other piece of extra content is the most jerkiest placement in the world, because it only appears after you realize that. After you click this one, you realize that there may be another one in the other tower if you missed it already. But we already got it, so we don't have to deal with that anymore. But what we do have to deal with is my least favorite protector screen in the entire game. This is not hard at all. It just requires patience, and I am not patient. The water's gonna be rising, and you might be thinking, well, I just need to get out of here as quickly as possible, right? No, if you want to get the cinema reel, you actually have to wait for the water to reach a certain point. I'm not going to be complaining too much about it because I've already been complaining about the poor design choices of this part of the game. But I am going to say that I'm not the biggest fan of how you have to get the cinema reel in this one. It's pretty lame. So you get those barrels right there. They are going to float when the water reaches a certain height. So what you want to do is you want to get over here and just wait on top of this barrel. That's all you have to do. Great gameplay. Finally, the water has arrived! Geez, the thing takes so long to get up here. I understand that it is slow to give you no time to get across this area, but if you're going for the spin reel, then the water is just way too slow. I don't like it. Then after all that, you have to jump on top of this barrel right here. Well, you probably could have just waited on top of this barrel the entire time, but whatever. We already did all of that. We already did all that horrible waiting. So let's grab the cinema reel and get out of here as quickly as possible. So, after all of that horrible stuff, we have one more firework tower to activate. We'll be taking care of that in the next video, so thank you guys for watching this video of Epic Mickey, and until next time, leave gear to you. Oh yeah.